my name is Lucy and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please do hit subscribe to come back and watch more of my videos. And if you enjoy this one, please do smash a big thumbs up to let me know. For today's video, I have a very exciting one. If you haven't seen the original announcement of my secret project, then be sure to go and check that video out as well. It will be linked down below and in the cards. But today I have release number 2 and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I just want to start by saying a massive thank you to everyone who's supported me on this. You guys have been so amazing. Whether you just liked my photo, visited my website, downloaded the sheet, messaged me, shared it on your story, honestly, your support means the world to me and thank you so much. I've really been listening to your guys' ideas and feedback on what other sheets you'd like to see in the future, and I have some ideas myself, so keep your eyes peeled for more releases in the future. But today, as I said, I have release number 2, so let's get into it. For this pack of sheets, there is actually 2 sheets and they are research sheets for your audition material. So once you've chosen your audition material, you really need to start researching the shows and the characters for your songs and monologues. It's so important to do your background research on the musical and play that your pieces are from so that you can give an honest and truthful performance. So for this reason, I've created 2 sheets, one for songs and one for monologues to help you guys with this research process. These sheets are going to steer you in the right direction as to what information is super important and what you should know. I'm going to start off with the song one. These sheets are a similar look and format to the other ones because I love everything to be matching, so I decided to keep the theme the same. At the top you have 3 small boxes where you can put in the song title, the show title and the character name. Obviously very key and quite simple information. Then the first big box is for a plot summary. Now of course I'm fully aware you would not be able to fit the whole plot of Les Mis in this box. However, I just wanted to give you space to write a few key details, beginning, middle and end, and what is really relevant and important to your character and their story. Obviously you need to know a full plot summary. If you can watch a version of the musical, that is ideal, but I know that's not always possible, so just make sure that you have a full idea of what happens in that show beginning to end. Now the box on the left hand side of the page is show information, where you have space to write who the composer and lyricist are, the style and genre, and the original production date. Then on the right hand side of the page I've got show specifics. This is basically to do with your character's story and how the song comes about. So I've got a list of 4 questions. First up is what happens just before the song. Second is what is the character's reason for singing the song. Number 3 is what journey does the song go on. So where does your character start versus where do they end? What has changed? What have they learned throughout the song? And finally, what happens just after the song? This might be something as simple as scene change, cut to a different part of the story, or it might continue on from where your song has finished. Then at the bottom, as always, I've got a little notes section for you to fill in any extra information that you maybe couldn't fit in some of the boxes, or if you have information on a cut or another character's information that you want to write out, then you can just pop it all in here. For my worked example, I have done it on One Perfect Moment from Bring It On, and it is Campbell that sings this song. So for the plot summary, I've just written things that are really key to her life. So I say that it's set in Truman High School, where Campbell's just been made captain of the cheer squad and she needs to choose the new members of the team. Then the next key moment is that Campbell is transferred over to Jackson High and she needs to adapt to her new life there. And then at the very end, Truman High win the competition and her enemy Ava has gone and all the teams celebrate together. Obviously there is so much more to this plot, but if I needed to look back at this sheet just to quickly remind myself of something, they would be good prompts. Then I've written the show information, so about who wrote it, that it's a contemporary American ballad. So in the song specifics, I have written that just before the song, Campbell has chosen who is going to replace the graduating seniors in the cheerleading squad. All the others have gone off to celebrate and she stays back to think about her future and starts singing this song. Now for her reason for singing this song, obviously it's up to you what you feel her reason is. I put that it is a moment for her to collect her thoughts and feelings and plan and think about the future. Then for the journey of the song, I've said at the beginning she starts off quite nervous and uneasy about the future, and then towards the end of the song she really comes to the resolution that as long as she keeps working hard and doing what she's doing, then it all will be fine. And what happens just after is that it cuts to the summer cheer camp and Ava is being very nervous, and that's posing a slight trouble to the squad. In the notes section of this one, all I felt I needed to write was about the cut. So I wrote that I would cut verse 2 and the vamp. So just as a little reminder so that I remember to do that. Now, onto the monologue sheet. It is similar, but there are some differences. I didn't want to do them the exact same because I did feel like there were enough key differences to do separate sheets. For the monologue sheet at the top, again, you have 3 small boxes, but these ones are the play title, the playwright, and the character's name. Then you have another box for plot summary. Again, just write things that are super key information that you feel are going to be useful. Then you have another slightly smaller box for a summary of the monologue. Again, just kind of the key points of the monologue that will help to re-jog your memory if you're ever unsure. Then on the bottom left hand side, I have monologue information similar to the song specific section. So for here I have 3 questions: what happened just before, what changes during the monologue, and what happens just after. Again, quite self-explanatory like the song sheet. And on the right hand side of the page I have play information, so about the style and genre, the publication date, and the original production date. Then at the bottom again, a notes section if you have any other information that you want to add. Again, of course, I've done a worked example. I did my worked example on King Lear by Shakespeare, and I was using the character of Goneril. So for the plot summary, the plot of King Lear is so complicated and so very long, so I've just written a couple of key points. So that King Lear has 3 daughters, 2 who hate him, who are Goneril and Regan, but then when he's dividing his kingdom, they lie to him and over-exaggerate their love for him, so then they get all the land and the 3rd daughter is banished. King Lear comes to live with Goneril and she gets really angry at him. There are many love triangles and deaths towards the end of the show. Basically just some small key points that I think would help to re-jog my memory. Obviously, having done this monologue, I have read the play and I've read a whole plot summary as well, so these are just key things that if I was to come back to it may re-jog my memory. Then for the monologue summary, I've written that Goneril is talking to her servant Oswald about how much her father angers and annoys her. In the monologue, she's going to put together a plan of how to get rid of her father and make him go to her sister's house. In the monologue information, what happens just before is Goneril asks Oswald, did King Lear hit any of the servants? And Oswald says yes he did, and that kind of sparks Goneril's anger and the start of the monologue. What happens during the monologue is that Goneril becomes more and more angry and then realizes she's going to channel her anger into making a plan of how to get rid of her father, and then at the end she's come up with her plan and she's ready to put that plan in place. And just after, they both exit and we cut to a completely different scene which is unrelated. Play information for this one, obviously the genre is Shakespeare and this is a tragedy play. The original publication date is the 17th century with Shakespeare. It's very hard to know when the original date was, but for more contemporary monologues this section is slightly more important. And then the original production was apparently 1606, and then for the notes I just wrote that it was Act 1 Scene 3 was the monologue and I needed to cut out Oswald's lines. Basically my idea is that you can fill in these sheets for all the songs and monologues that you do throughout your training when you're just practicing at home, and then you could keep them all in a folder, and say in 2 years you decide to come back to that King Lear monologue because you need to use it for an audition or for something, you have all that information there, so you don't need to go researching the information all over again. I hope you guys are excited to download and get using the sheets. As always, my website is going to be linked down below where you can download the sheets for free as a PDF to either print out or you can fill them in on your tablet or your computer, whatever works best for you. But I really hope that you find them helpful and that you like them, and watch this space because I have another release coming very soon as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do smash a big thumbs up to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.